Oh my gosh, I just stopped being able to hear in one ear. Does that ever happen to you? I don't know why YouTube thinks I have a baby. All my ads are about diapers and like wipes and stuff. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey and this is my crochet corner. And this is my brand new crochet cardigan with a last minute fuzzy detail. If you watch to the end, you'll see that. If you want to experience some chill vibes and sit and crochet and chit chat with me, then stick around. This video is for you. Let's do a yarn haul together and let's get started on this cardigan. This yarn haul is just itsy bitsy teeny tiny, so don't get too excited. But I went to Walmart today and here's what we got. These two are the least exciting. I just got these to be able to do my regular rainbow stuff. So like halter tops and rainbow cardigans, rainbow skirts, things like that. I have to get a different blue than I've been using for years and years and years because Red Heart used to make a blue and it's not royal. It's called blue. And it's like if this color and turquoise had a baby, it's like a little bit lighter blue than this, but still very blue. I've used it forever since I started crocheting and they didn't discontinue it, I don't think, because you can still find it on places like Amazon, or maybe that's just like old stock. I don't like it. I still use turquoise too with my rainbow stuff, but this blue is so dark. And then this orange I got to do rainbow stuff, like I said, but also my dad requested orange and white beanies. Got to make some orange hats with that. And then these two colors, I'll start with this one. I got these two specifically to go together. Kind of giving cotton candy, but the pink's too pink. Kind of giving bubblegum. Bubblegum. I got these to go to make sleeves on a t-shirt I got at Five Below that's got ghost face on it, like from Scream, and all the colorful parts of the t-shirt are like these colors. Yeah, so, see ya, bye. And then the star of the show, what we're using today, ta-da, is this stuff. This, if you watched my video making a matching sweater and dog sweater for Sunday's Gotcha Day, I used this yarn in a different colorway, but yeah, this is the Super Saver Bitty Stripes. Yeah, the one I used that day was Crayon Box, and this one is Pink Lemonade. I'm obsessed. It looks like the colors of the lesbian pride flag. It's like giving 70s, a woman of the 70s. That's what it makes me think of. And I got two of these. I'm hoping that's enough, but if not, they had more at Walmart and I'll go back and get more. Anyway, let's get started. I actually haven't made one of these in a while, so there's a good chance I'm gonna like mess up and have to go back and relearn how to do this. The goal, of course, for a hexagon is to end up with 6 sides. That's what makes it a hexagon, right? You can kind of see the idea here that it's like a half of a cardigan. Like this would, if you were like a Barbie doll, this would go down your side and this would be the sleeve. And this would be like your torso, the center of it. You get the idea. So that is row 3. Kind of looks like a weapon I don't think I'm allowed to mention on YouTube. These skeins that change colors are always so funny because it's like when I bought it, I expected it to be like a little like lighter in color with more like white swirled in. And then it's like, look how pigmented this part is. But I know it'll end up looking like this part eventually, but I love the surprise of it all. Row 4. Something that's out of the ordinary about making this cardigan in particular is I usually switch colors myself instead of using a color changing yarn. So I would do row 1 in pink if I was doing rainbow, and then I would do the other side in pink, and then I'd do red, and then I'd do red on the other side. But this one I'm gonna have to make half the cardigan and then get the other skein and make the other half of the cardigan, if that makes sense. So this is out of my element a little. I always want to do braids and then I braid my hair and it just because I have layers, it looks crazy. It ain't the vibe. I'm gonna have to fix that before the video's over. Also, if you're wondering what I'm wearing, I kind of started this as like a little art project test because I was curious what happened if I didn't weave in my ends, and then I washed this sweater a bunch. I never finished it, and I put it in like a tote box. I think we were moving. Never pulled it out for years and years and years, and then in like June, I opened it up and saw it and was like, oh dang. I never finished that or washed it or wore it or did anything with it. So I'm just wearing it now. And if I wash it, I'll let you know what happens. I'm sure it'll fall apart, but I want to see how it falls apart and maybe if it looks all cool and poetic. The colors are so pretty. They look like starbursts. That was the end of row 6. I drank matcha this morning and I drank it way too fast and my stomach has been hurting ever since. But am I gonna stop drinking matcha? No. Am I gonna stop drinking it fast? Also no. The end of row 7. Let's fold her up and see what she's looking like. So cute. It would fit a newborn. 7 rows. Newborn size. Once I made the other half, of course. That's the end of row 8. I'm obsessed with the color. I'm gonna take a quick break to fix my crazy hair and I'll BRB. Consider the hair fixed. So Wednesday is Sunday's gotcha day, but we always kick off her gotcha day with a walk at the park. But I just learned a minute ago that it's going to rain on her gotcha day. So I don't think she's going to want to walk in the rain, even when she has her rain jacket on. She's just not a rain girl. She gets that from her mama. I don't know what we're going to do. I'll have to take her somewhere, maybe pet supermarket or something, or some pet store, and let her pick something out maybe. Last year, the first thing we did was hit the park. She loved it because there was no one there. When there are people there, especially men, she doesn't love it as much. And she also gets that from her mom. Here is what row 9 looks like folded up. It's getting to be like toddler size. You know, a luxury that I often forget about that you get with color changing yarn is not having to weave in a bunch of ends. When I make these cardigans rainbow with 6 to 8 different colors of rainbow yarn, depending on the look I'm going for, I have to weave in every single end, of course, and you know, every time you do a row, that's 2 ends to weave in. And I weave in my ends as I go, so it's not so treacherous, but most people, I think, weave in all their ends at the end of the project, and I'm like, phew. I probably would never do it if I had like 50 ends to weave in. That math doesn't add up. But I wouldn't do it if I just had to sit there and do it all at once. Waterboard me. Oh my gosh, I already see a spot I've messed up on. Wait, I've messed up here twice. In this corner, I put 2 double crochets right here instead of doing a 3, like a granny stitch. And I did it in the row before also. That was row 10. Woohoo! And I can take one look at this yarn and tell you that these 2 skeins are not going to be enough to make a loose fitting cardigan. So I'll probably have to go back to Walmart and buy another one tomorrow. And that's okay. There is the end of row 11. I think you could get that on a 4-year-old. That is the end of row 12. This is what we had for dinner last night, leftovers. It's tuna steak and then potatoes with spicy ranch. Sorry if it looks a mess over here. That is, Sunday is all wadded up under a blankie. We actually just found out that Sunday might be a year younger than we thought she was. We randomly decided to look up the rescue we got her from on Facebook, and when they had listed her available for adoption on there, it said that she was 5 years old. But when we had adopted her, and these were like made the same day, when we had adopted her from, or found her on Pet Finder, it said that she was 6 years old. So this whole time, I've thought that she was 6 when we got her, but there's a chance that she was 5 when we got her, so. This is the end of row 13, my favorite number. It's like an extra small right now, maybe an extra, extra small. We've ended up in this weird predicament where like the hot pink is like concentrated in this corner for the most part. And then like light pink and purple are kind of concentrated over here in this corner. I'm a little bummed because I've been keeping my eye on this Betsy Johnson purse. And I never buy name brand purses or really name brand anything for myself. She had this burger purse, like it looked like a cheeseburger or maybe a hamburger. I can't remember. But I've been watching it for a couple weeks and it was only like $95 or something because it was on clearance. And I was like, well, hopefully it won't sell out while I think about it. I like to not make rash purchases. So finally, yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the burger purse. And I went to the website and it's gone. No burger purse. Maybe this one time I should have made a rash purchase. But maybe I'll find it used one day. The whole reason I found it in the first place though was because I went to TJ Maxx recently and they had a beaded burger purse there, which I loved. But it was so small my phone couldn't even fit in it. So I Googled burger purses and that's when I saw the Betsy Johnson one. Row 14. I'm glad it's not going to be the same old pale pink color in this corner this time. It's looking like it's going to be purple. I got some more t-shirts to crochet sleeves onto for my next craft fair. I wanted to buy some from thrift stores, but the thrift stores around here, a used t-shirt with a stain on it is like $12.99 and I'm not joking. So it's difficult to support them when I can buy those shirts cheaper. I got 2, it's the same shirt, but I bought 2 of them at TJ Maxx. And it was $4, it was on clearance. And then I got another one at TJ Maxx. I think it was like $9. And then I got one today at Five Below that's Halloween themed. I'm excited to work on those. I actually mentioned the Halloween one earlier in the video and I showed you like the kind of icy turquoise color yarn and the hot pinkish. Those are for the Halloween shirt, the ghost face one. The end of row 15. Let's fold her up, see how she's looking. If I wanted it to be tight fitting, I could stop here, but I don't and I won't. I'm not 100% sure this yarn, ooh, yeah, I don't even think the yarn's gonna do another round. So I might have to tap into the other one. Keep you updated. Okay, that's 16 rows. I can't believe that yarn went all the way around again. I didn't think it was going to, but it did. that's about how half the cardigan's looking so far. I have this much yarn left, so I think I might as well just go around until it gives up on me, and then I'll quit with this half for now. Also, I feel like the color scheme of this cardigan, I just keep coming up with different color scheme names, but it's also giving sunset, right? That went about 3/4 of the way around again, so guess I'll just attach this. Keep going. That is the end of row 17. I'm so irritated that it just so happens where I tied the end of the last skein to the beginning of the new skein left me with red in this stupid red corner again. So I'm gonna like go back this way and it's gonna be red. Can't catch a break with that daggum red in that corner. You know, I thought I was gonna make another row, but I think that's looking pretty good. I don't like for the sleeves to be huge because then it weighs so much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it at 17 rows right there. Yeah. And then I guess right quick, I'll get started on the next one. Oh, also sorry about the mowing. Someone's always mowing. And his name is Charles, and he's our neighbor, and he's the best. So I'm not sorry about the mowing. That's Charles. Let's get started on side number 2. I used to think that you were supposed to chain 1 between every like clump of 3. And you don't, I guess. But I used to chain 1 and it would make all my work like really loose and not in a cute way. And there would be enormous holes between every one of my granny squares, like even bigger than they're supposed to be. And basically it looked really bad. What can you do? I'm trying to get as much done as possible before we have to leave to go to the gym and the post office and the bank. So it's a race against time. Okay, 2 of my neighbors are mowing at the same time actually. But I have to crochet with the door open so you can see me. So it's extra, extra loud because of the door. That's 5 rows right there. I'm gonna go run some errands and I will be back with you shortly. All right, friends. Back from the gym and running my errands. And I know what you're thinking, Kelsey, you're still wearing the same makeup. Did you not shower after the gym? Confession time, I'm gross. I did change clothes though, so you get what you get with me. We are truly in a race against time this time though, because I want to get as much of this done as I can before it gets dark, because I don't want to film in the dark. I won't finish the cardigan off camera. If I get enough done tonight, I will like stick both halves together, if that makes sense. Then maybe in the morning work on the sleeves with you. I like how I said I was going to finish the other half and then sew the 2 halves together. How am I going to do that when I don't have the yarn? How am I going to do that? Tonight my goal is just to use up all this yarn, I guess. Look how fast I'm going. This isn't sped up, people. This is real. Imagine if I crocheted that fast all the time. I would get so much done. But my hands would hurt so bad. You're making dinner? Yep. Describe it to me again so I can describe it to the people.
All right, instead of noodles.
Instead of noodles.
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
Fill in for that.
As a fill-in for noodles.
Lots of veggies.
Lots of veggies.
It's gonna.
Slow down.
Vegetable
broth, heavy whipping cream, and curry
powder.
Curry powder.
And then it'll have green beans,
green beans, carrots,
maybe onions,
maybe some onions,
garlic.
No vampires in this house.
And
so that's what's for dinner. Did you see that bug land on my face? 13 rows. Sorry about the noise. This video sucks. I'm gonna call it quits right here, even though I have more yarn left, because it's getting dark and my little hand hurts. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but it'll only feel like a second for you. We got it. I'm about a third of the way through row 17 on this side, I think. It folds up so pretty, like that would be the prettiest blanket. I tried Swig for the first time today. It's a place that like makes dirty sodas. If you don't know, it's like soda with like cream and other flavors, and there's a bunch of options, but it's pretty good. I can't even lie, it was pretty good. Okay, I've got 17 rows on each. What do? Snip. Then I fold that sleeve up, get more yarn on my hook, and starting in the corner here, I'm gonna do just this side. This is the most exciting part. Well, maybe not the most exciting part, but this is when things get exciting because the sleeve is like becoming a sleeve. When I get started on the next one, I'm gonna attach the back pieces together. It's just like actually becoming the shape of a cardigan. Snip. I haven't gotten to say snip a lot in this video because I've hardly cut any ends. That's kind of nice. Woohoo, there's half. Now, I get to do the same thing to this one, except when I get to the back part, I will slip stitch them together as I go. First, I'm going to tie in this end from the very beginning, then I'll get to the meat and potatoes or whatever. Have you ever, like, never heard a phrase in your life and then all of a sudden you hear it once and start hearing it constantly? I had never heard the phrase like meat and potatoes, let's get to the meat and potatoes. And I heard it like one time and I was like, oh, that's a cute thing to say. And then I heard it 2 more times that same day and I was like, how have I never heard this? But it's such a commonly said thing. I think things like that are so interesting. Start with the sleeve. Then slip stitch the arm up. You get it. This looks complicated, but all I'm really doing is double crocheting down the back of this one and then slip stitching into the corresponding stitch on the back of the other one. A normal person would probably just double crochet all the way around this second panel, just like the first, and then like weave the 2 pieces together with a yarn needle, but I'm lazy and like to do everything in one go. It's looking like a big old wadded up mess right now, but you're about to see the vision, my friends. I think this cardigan is going to be perfect for like fall time because it's just giving leaves, sunset, a little bit of starburst. Sure, it would also be perfect for spring. I get it, but it's almost fall, so I'm gonna do some weaving in of some ends after this. Boring, I know. Okay, I hope you're ready to see the vision. Woohoo! Here's the back. I don't know if you can hear that ambulance. Sorry if you can. You can keep going and make row after row on the hexagon before you stitch up the sleeve and stitch the back together. But I don't like the sleeves to be enormous. It's just not my style. Probably like 7 more rows. that is 7 rows. I'm gonna try it on again though before I start making a little cuff sleeve at the bottom, because maybe I want it to be a little extra long before the cuff. I don't know. No, yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more rows and then start the cuff. So that's 9 rows of sleeve. I'm gonna get a hook 3 sizes smaller, and I'm gonna make some little cuff sleeveys. That is our sleeve. I love the look when it gets like the little cuff is so much tighter than the loose fitting sleeve up there. So I'm gonna weave in that end, and then I'm gonna do the other sleeve off camera. I know, okay? I'm gonna do the other sleeve off camera, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. See you soon. And there we have it. I know what you're thinking, Kelsey, we're finished, right? You finished that second sleeve off camera. I did do that. And then I thought, what if I added like a fuzzy, there's a gnat in here. Then I thought, what if I added a fuzzy detail, right? That went around this, just the body, the outside part. So I got to looking in my fuzzy yarn stash. You are never gonna believe this. I found this yarn that I got at Michael's many years ago, and it matches perfectly. So obviously I have to use this. This thick yarn and this hook that's too small for this thick yarn is really wearing my wrist out. But it's gonna be worth it. That's what I keep telling myself. You know, now that I'm looking over at the yarn, I'm just sitting here thinking, I hope there's enough. If I get to the end of this and I don't have enough yarn, I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. Do you want to go outside? I have this much yarn left, and I will never, ever use that again. All right, friends, let's try her on. Okay, what? This might be one of my favorite pieces I have ever made. And I'm not joking. I think the fuzz was worth it. It gave me a migraine and a hand cramp. Also not joking. The fuzz was worth the pain it put me through. I think it's cute and fun how the light colored fuzzy part ended up on the side that's like predominantly light and pink, and then the darker red one ended up on the side that feels predominantly dark and red. I love it. I made this with the full intent of trying to sell it at the craft event I'm doing next month, but I'm probably gonna have a pretty hard time parting with this one, so. Thanks big time for watching all the way to the end. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. Anything. I am open to ideas. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.